advanced lower body strength circuit. What you will need for this, just some space. You also might need a chair, okay? I got a chair right here because we're gonna be doing pistol squats. And if you cannot pistol squat or single leg squat, then you'll want something to sit down to assist you on the single leg squat. We're jumping right into this. 4 rounds, 7 exercises, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. You can use the first round as semi your warm up, especially for the pistol squats. Maybe sit down in the chair for the first round. Capiche? Let's do it. Timer's on, 10 seconds, and we're cooking. Deep squats with the pause are first. Remember, this is not conditioning. Well, we are, but it's strength. So focus on the stretch. Hands up, behind the head, go. Deep squat, pause, 1/1000. Up, squeeze. Lower with control, heels into the floor, drive up. It does feel slow. That's good, right? We want quality, we want control. If you want a cardio lower body, there's plenty of those on the app, plenty of them. You decide where you want the hands to go. I'm trying to feel a stretch in the inner thigh, hamstrings, and the butt. Relax. Take the feet wide, Cossack squat. Turn the toes out slightly. We're starting in a wide stance, bending. Keep the heel on the floor, keep the toes on the floor, keep the foot flat. Go, 30 seconds. I'm focusing on lowering with control. If you need less, bring the feet in a little closer, cut the range a bit. Try to keep the chest up as much as you can. You're gonna feel a stretch on the inside of the thighs. That's what we want. And of course, you're gonna feel this outside of the glutes as well. Abs are on. If you wanna do hands behind the head, requires more mobility, rest through the upper back and the hips. By all means. We're gonna go switch lunge. We're gonna start in lunge position with the pause, switch, drop and pause. Switch, go, drop and pause. Feet hip width apart. Boom. I'm dropping the back knee straight down to the floor. So this is almost like isometric and explosive strength. Pause. I think I'd rather have the hands on my hips for this one. If you need to, take out the hop and just go into this lunge with the pause, okay? Choice is yours. 3, 2, 1. Those might be my least favorite. Those might be my least favorite. Hands behind the head, good morning. Emphasis, chest, feet a little wider than hip width apart. I'll go forward. I'm hinging forward. I'm gonna go down 3 seconds, up 1 second. Look, slight bend in the knees. Tip the hips forward. Keep pulling the elbows back. This is what we want, stretch in the hamstrings. Now I'm happy for you to keep the hands in the front, so long as you do not round the back, okay? 5 seconds. I'm trying to make my hamstring stretch as much rest as possible, as much as possible. Whew. Bulgarian split squat. Check it. Take your left foot, half a step back. So your feet are close together, right? And I'm driving my back knee straight into the floor. I'm not coming forward. Go here. Normally in the gym, you do these with your foot up on a bench. We're gonna do them flat. If you wanna grab the chair, you can. We'll do that next round. If you wanna grab the chair, you can. If you don't have a chair, you're with me. Keep your front heel on the floor. Very important. Rest. What the close stance is doing, it's forcing our legs to bend more. The more bend in the knees, the more stretch in the quad. The more stretch in the quad, the better. That's where the strength is. Control your reps. Go. This is what it looks like front on. Small step back. It's not a full split squat, right? You notice the knees have to bend a lot more, front and back. You feel a stretch. The knee can come forward. The front knee, it can come forward. Just keep the heel on the floor and you'll feel the quads. Oh, you'll feel them pump up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Grab your chair for the first round. Alternating single leg squats. Look at me. Make sure you can see me in here. I'm here, leg out, sit down, stand up, switch. Plenty of variations to this. I can have my heel on the floor and sit back and allow the foot to support me, to serve as support on the way up, okay? Or I'm sitting down. I'm trying not to plop on the chair. That's what I'm trying not to do. Lower with control and drive the knee out, the squatting knee out. I'll do in front on next time. Round 2, deep squat with a pause. How we doing? I'm in the room. I'm traveling, working out with you. Go, deep squat, pause. I'm trying to give you as many different looks as possible, so it takes away any mental barriers about where you can and cannot work out. I'll pull the table out the way. Okay, I'm fortunate enough to have a decent sized room with a little bit of space. But you know what? Even if it was a standard hotel room with just a little bit of space in front of the bed, you can make it work. Rest. We got so much single leg stuff in this. I love it. Cossack squats. Feet wide. Flexibility, mobility, and strength, the knees. Mobility, the hips, the upper back, run it. Flexibility in the hip, adductors, strength, the glutes, quads. I'm gonna keep my hands here. This feels more comfortable for me. This is fine, but this allows me to just really bring that mind muscle connection into the legs a little bit more. Last one, relax. Oh mama. Switch lunge with the pause. Why is the pause there? 1, to get on your nerves. 2, that's where the strength is. 3, 2, 1. Lunge, pause, bah. I care more about the pause than I do the pop. So by all means, you can step in. I just would love it if we pause at the bottom. If you're jumping, switching with me, drive out of the front foot. It's gonna go heel to ball foot. And then you're gonna land opposite, soft knee, rest. Oh my goodness. Hamstrings, good mornings. My legs feel swollen. That's what you want. You want the pump. Good morning, go. Focus on the lowering phase. Make it as slow as you can. If you only get 4 reps, but you're lowering for 5 seconds, and you get a nice stretch in the hamstrings, and you stand up and squeeze, I'm more than happy with that. More than happy with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Bulgarian split squats. Remember, small step. Pretty much all I'm doing, I'm just basically like lifting the heel up. And the more advanced you are, the closer you can make these. Let me show you what it looks like with that nice contrast to my skin tone and my outfit. I can keep these nice and close. Nice pause at the bottom. And the reason we're not alternating is because I'd like you to get in the position so you can adjust it and feel this where you need to. Play around with the footing. Feet are hip width apart. I'm leaning forward slightly. Rest. Shake it out, we switch legs. So when you have that, the opportunity to just stay in the position, it takes out all the variability. I'm not switching and going back and forth. And you can do that, right? But for strength work, it's nice when you have the whole 30 seconds to just focus on this leg. And we're working this quad, but we're also working this quad. And it's more so the front glute because we're driving out of the front heel, squeezing the right glute or the left glute as we stand up. The back knee is stretching a bunch. The back quad is stretching a lot as we drive this knee into the floor. And as I stand, I'm thinking about squeezing my thigh, pulling my kneecap up my leg. Rest. Single leg squats. I'm gonna do some with the chair, then I'm gonna do some without. With the chair, watch my knee. Notice how I drive the knee out. 3, 2, 1. I'm pushing the knee out as I stand. Yes? I'm trying not, you see this? See how the knee's kind of caving in? Push the knee out. If you're doing pistol squats without the chair, you notice your posture has to change. Your posture has to change. So now I'm leaning forward because I want to center myself over the front foot or over the squatting leg. I need to do one more to even that out because my left leg is already weak. I can't be missing reps. Deep squats. Round 3. This is strength. We ain't even going fast. Pause. But you see what happens when you pay attention to each phase of the lift and you prioritize quality over quantity. There's nothing wrong with conditioning. There's nothing wrong with repping it out, but changing the muscles, time under tension. 3, 2, 1. I'm burning up. I mean, I could actually go and turn the air conditioner down a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that after this round. Cossack squats, feet wide, side to side. Bring it back. Bring it back. I've been telling you to keep the foot flat on the floor, keep the toes on the floor. This is what it looks like if you don't. You can lift the toes up, heel down. You notice the stretch changes from the inside of your leg to the hamstring. I'm happy for you to do either. I prefer keeping the foot flat, rest, because one day in my life, I'd love to be able to do the middle splits. Highly unlikely, but a boy can dream. Switch lunge with the pause. Go. Doesn't matter to me how long your pause is. It might be 1/1000, 1/1000. But, of course, the faster you go, the higher the heart rate gets. The higher the heart rate gets, quality is more likely to slip. So I wouldn't mind a 2 to 3 second pause. Catch your breath, then drive out. Time. And notice the difference. Yeah, I'm turning this AC down. I don't have to suffer. Just down to 19. Good mornings, hamstrings and butt. Good morning. If your hips were a cup, I'm thinking about tipping them forward. Okay, you see that little subtle shift in the hips, in the pelvis, in the pelvic region. 10 seconds. Come on. Make sure I didn't turn that off. Okay. Time. It is different doing strength with body weight, especially with the legs. Because your legs are so strong, they hold your body up all day. Split squats, Bulgarian split squats. Go. Because your legs hold you up all day long, they require a lot more load to truly change. However, calisthenic athletes, people who do body weight, you can train your legs, okay, without any weights. You just have to change how you train them. Single leg squats, slowing things down, more difficult variations. Perfectly fine to do that. Rest. And for a lot of people, body weight training is more than enough. And honestly, it's more than what most people do anyway. If all you do is body weight strength training, let me tell you, you're in a minority, a very good minority. To be honest, I wouldn't mind getting better at body weight strength myself. Heel on the floor. There's something about being able to truly command your body weight is something different, you know? It's something different. 10 seconds. I'm not just sitting on my back heel. Careful of that. I'm not just sitting back here. I'm postured forward slightly. I'm leaning forward over the front leg. Rest. Pistol squats. I'm not using the chair this round. If you're using the chair, perfectly fine. Quality. Drive the knee out. Same thing if you're not. Take your time. My left leg is weaker than my right. And so I have to take extra care to make sure, see, that I'm stable over the foot. I allow my foot to make any micro adjustments it needs to. 10 seconds. I'm gonna go for one good one over here, 5 seconds, and one good one over here. Rest. One more round. So that's what I mean. Yeah, I could probably do body weight squats all day. How do I advance that? Start using the chair. Do single leg squats. How do I advance that? Pistol squats, no chair. How do I advance that? Pause. Deep squats. Go with the pause. How do I advance this? Range. Go lower if I can. I'm still driving the knees out. You'll notice my heart rate is up. Okay? And we're not jumping. I'm not running. This is strength work. Rest. How do I advance it even more? Shorten the rest. Increase the volume. Cossack squat. Side to side. This is one of my favorite squat variations. Go. Same thing with this. How do you advance it? Add a pause. Try and sink deeper. I'm really sitting into the heel. I'm wanting my glute to stretch as much as possible behind me. And then I'm standing and I'm squeezing with control, lowering with control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here come those switch lunges. Here come those switch lunges. I'm gonna go knee to floor. I'm not gonna jump, I'm not gonna drop straight on my knee, but I'm gonna bring my knee to the floor in between each. This is what I mean. I'm starting with my knee on the floor. And then I'm driving, lowering down. Knee down, drive up. Lower the knee. Lower the knee. Now, I'm not resting on the floor. There's a difference. My knee is touching the floor. My back leg is still activated. It's just my knee is touching the floor. So both of my legs propel me out of the lunge. Rest. I'll be honest, I am so thrilled. That is the last round of those. Good morning. Good morning. Stretch, stretch. Pay attention to the stretch in the hamstrings. Go. Wherever you need to, put your hands to cue you to stretch. So I often put my hands here to encourage me to tip my hips forward. Driving the knees out, I'm squeezing. Look, I can easily touch the floor. Easily. Or I can make my hamstrings stretch. I can step my hips back and stretch the hammies and stand up. Time. Mind, muscle, connection. Bulgarian split squats. I'm gonna go right leg forward first. I'm going for a 3-second eccentric. So I'm lowering 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 1 second up. 3, 2, 1, 2. If you want to make it more difficult, bring the back foot in closer. Less difficult, more difficult. Keep the front heel on the ground. You'll feel the intense stretch in the front leg. It's also pretty healthy for your knees, if I'm being honest. It's a great way to open up the knees. Knee flexibility is the thing. Switch legs. Option, that's more of a split squat. I'm gonna bring it in here, then I'm gonna take it a little step further. I'm gonna come in here. 3 seconds down, 1 second up, go. This is your last round. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm driving my front knee or the back knee. I'm trying to get down into the floor. My chest is forward over my front knee. My front heel is down. 3, 2, 1, time. Last set. Look, I'm going to do these with the chair because I know the majority of people aren't busting out pistol squats. So let's focus on this. Here we go. Chest is up. I'm sitting back with control. I'm trying to sit down as quietly as possible. So remember, if I'm not using the chair, I'm leaning forward. But when I'm on the chair, I'm okay to tilt back a little bit more, okay? Meaning shoulders closer to over my hips. I'm front on. I'm driving the knee out, yes? Knee out. Stability. You will have a strong leg and a bad leg, or a strong one and a weak one. Do one more. Even it out. Even it out. Done. Lower body. Strength. Body weight. I'm sweating. I'm conditioned. But we just did strength. Amazing job, you all. I will see you next time.